So we are on stage 2, day 5 of the Super Shred program. It is back in chest today, and we're starting this off with a bang. We got straight arm pull downs supersetted with the pull downs. So really hitting those lats, that back. And we're using the straight arm pull downs as a pre-exhaustion, so that's more of an isolation movement for the lats using that shoulder extension. So really trying to fatigue those lats, moving right onto a compound movement, which is the pull downs, wide grip, overhand. So it's hitting the lats, hitting the rear delts, traps. So get a lot of great activation in there. And it is 12 repetitions, 3 sets. So a lot of reps, and it's gonna draw a lot of blood in there. As you can tell, I'm wearing a big baggy shirt, as they call the pump cover. And I'm gonna see how pumped I can get. I'm not even gonna take it off, I'm gonna let my muscles just rip it off. So that's the goal. That feels good. Now, a little bit of a tip here is some people will perform an exercise, a compound exercise, and feel it in maybe a different muscle. Feel it in the biceps, feel it in the grip, maybe the shoulders. Could be a few reasons that's happening. One, you might have to work on your form and how you're performing it, but also sometimes muscles just they activate a little bit more than others. So I don't really feel my lats on pull downs, I feel my biceps. Well, using something like a pre-exhaustion, like the straight arm pull downs, will not only pre-fatigue those muscles, so when you go into a compound like the pull downs, you can start to feel them even more, work harder, but also that mind muscle connection where you're kind of pre-connected, you've already felt them working. So when you go into a compound movement, which works more than just the lats, you know, you're already feeling them because they're already kind of sore, they're already activated, they're already burning maybe a little bit from the first exercise. So it's going to help you engage them and activate them. So that could be something to implement into your training if you're having a hard time feeling a specific muscle group. So the first superset is out of the way. Now we're on to the second superset. First one hitting the back, this one hitting the chest. And much like the first superset, this one is also going to utilize pre-exhaustion. So the first exercise is going to be the incline dumbbell flies, really burning out that chest, fatiguing it, and going right into the compound movement after that, which is the incline barbell press. So we're going to bust these out. The thing about these is I've had questions where, how do you calculate the weight? Do you go off your 1 rep max? And with these pre-exhaustion supersets, it's a little difficult because you're pre-exhausting the chest, you're pre-fatiguing it before moving on to the incline barbell press. Your typical weight in the incline barbell press is gonna be a lot lower because you're already, working that chest quite a bit. So in jumping right onto another exercise that's utilizing the chest, it's gonna be burnout. It's gonna feel very difficult. So take it a little lighter. That's kind of the point. And since the repetitions are a little bit higher, 12 reps per exercise, so that's 24 reps in a row essentially, these are very difficult. So the point is to take it a little bit lighter, but you still want to really hit that fatigue point where the last repetition is very difficult, or you might not even get that last repetition. So really trying to push your muscles as far as they can. And doing this is not only going to really kind of work those fibers, but it's also going to really draw a lot of blood in those muscles and get that nice pump we're all looking for. Oh yeah, there we go. That was hitting my limit right there. And that's a good sign, that's what you want. So barely got that 12th rep on the last set, but that was 3 sets. We busted that out. Now time to move on to the next one. So it happened off screen, unfortunately. We weren't recording at the time, but my shirt just exploded. And now here I am revealing the pump. So we are on to our next superset, our last one. It is going to be pairing chest with back. And we are doing a unilateral movement, so a single arm flat bench press with dumbbells and a single arm dumbbell row. So back to back, boom, boom, 12 reps, 3 sets. There we go. We're ready. Just go in those supersets, get your heart rate up. And it also keeps it up too, because you're performing exercise back to back. So 12 repetitions, it's already getting your heart rate up, but then following it with another exercise of 12 reps keeps that heart rate elevated, so you're burning more calories per workout, which is nice. That's why it's called the Super Shred, and that's why we include a lot of supersets. Helps you burn a lot of calories, which is nice. As you can see, we're doing the unilateral work. We like to include a lot of unilateral exercises in our programs, mixed in with bilateral, just simply for the fact that a lot of people are going to be dealing with asymmetrical problems, and this is one way to key in on that. So you can always do a couple extra repetitions on your weaker side, or maybe more weight. So there's a way to do it, but it also really helps with engaging different muscles, because you have to stabilize the movement. So when you're talking about a single arm press, all of a sudden that weight is wanting to pull you to one side. With the barbell, you know, it's just, it seems a lot more stable, and it's a solid object you're pressing against. All of a sudden a dumbbell single arm, it's wanting to twist you away, it's wanting to move you in all different directions with the dumbbell. So you're really gonna have to tighten that core, brace, squeeze those glutes, and really keep yourself solid on that bench throughout that movement. So it's a lot of great benefits to unilateral motions and dumbbell over barbell. So it's good to always mix it up, and that's why we always do. Oh yeah, those lats.
Looking good, baby.
Nice. So, another good thing about supersets is it gets you in the gym and out of the gym very quickly. This already wraps up all the hard stuff. We're on to abs next, which is going to be bicycles, but that one's quick, it's easy. This was the hard work, and we busted out. Got a damn good pump. Ooh. Oh yeah, feeling good. That's it. There we go. That wraps up day 5. Ooh. Now we just got 2 more weeks of this, which is great because I'm loving it. See you next time. Ooh yeah, stay puff.